Hey listeners, you're tuned in to the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, Rolled Out. I'm Hans Vogelei, your host and Dungeon Master.
I'm Shane Quee, playing St. Mary Jane, your out-of-this-world SMR druid.
I'm Cruz, and I'm playing Kruknuk, wisest of the Bullywugs.
And I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing your Cast Iron Ranger, Brugan.
And this is Rolled Out. Previously on Rolled Out, our heroes found themselves on a quest to find and stop some malicious Grungs who were threatening the town of Woodroth, the main supplier of lumber to the rest of the dungeon world of Orifuge. They successfully tracked the slimy frogmen to an ancient elder tree in the jungle district. After clambering to the top of the great tree, they found a hollowed-out section where the Grungs had made their hideout. After scaring a couple out of their weapons room, they found the dragonborn that the Grungs had captured, and they managed to clear his head of the Grungs' poison. They now find themselves in the middle of the Grungs' hideout still, minus one party member. Ringlets the raccoon left shortly after you freed the dragonborn to help him back to the town, as he was very weak from the Grungs' poison. Alright, so you guys are in the central room of the great tree. Off of it are three doors, if you remember. One of them led to the weapons room, where you scared off a couple Grungs. The other door has a picture of books on it, and the third one is locked, but it has a picture of water on it. There's also a trapdoor in the ceiling that you've tried to unlock, but it's locked tight.
Didn't the Dragonborn dude, Mr. Cuttlesfish,
Cuddlesworth.
Didn't he unlock the baby door for us?
He gave you the key for it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's go to the baby door now.
You going in the baby door?
Let's
Oh
go
wait,
steal
no,
some
I'm
babies.
not high. I have to be like.
Yeah, you're super.
You're right.
You're super
I'm
sober right
sober, man.
Brugan's tea cleared your head for the first time in forever.
Wow.
Yeah,
now. I will open the door to the nursery, says Kruknuk as he just marches forward with like holding the
Nursery.
key above his head.
All right.
What do we need with frog babies?
I am a frog.
say. You want babies?
Y'all just missed a very sincere eyebrow raise from Cruz.
All right. I think you're outvoted on this one, Mary Jane. Unfortunately. All right. So, Kruknuk, you go up to the door of the nursery and you slide the key into the lock and twist it, and you open the door. Inside, the room is shaped like a half circle, and the sound of rushing water greets you as you enter. Inside of it, a large pool of water is being fed by a small stream that divides the room in half. A waterfall on the left side creates a current that feeds the stream that fills the pool, and to the right side, the pool empties into a small stream that disappears down a waterfall at the right edge of the room. Two green Grungs jump to attention as you enter, and a purple Grung next to a small, what looks like a pedestal at right in front of you from the pool that cuts the room in half is at a ledger, and she looks up as you enter and says, "So, you're the one who's been making such a ruckus. You woke up my babies," she says, gesturing to the large tadpoles that are in the center pool of the room.
Wait, how large? Give me, like...
Dimensions?
Like a football?
Yeah, like it's football, like
No,
basketball?
it's like a little pond.
No, but like
No,
the
but how- you
tad.
said-
Oh, the
You said
tadpoles.
large.
Yeah, they're like a football-sized tadpole.
They're
Babies. Big
Yeah, well, they
babies.
have to be because Grungs are taller than Kruknuk is.
I mean, they're still small, but they aren't going to be like frog tadpoles.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I know, but I was
Anyways,
expecting like a baseball size, not like a football.
I'd say
love
they're
football.
roughly football
That's
sized.
awesome.
Yeah. 'Cause
Some of them are bigger than
how
others
tall are
too.
Grungs?
Grungs are only like 3 feet, right? It would
3 or
make
4
more
feet.
sense- It'd make more sense if they were like baseball sized because of like the sheer exponential growth that frogs go through.
Well, we can discuss frog growth periods later because for now,
It matters.
Kruknuk, you know,
I
I am
have
here for my babies.
Yeah, I
the
refuse
size
to
of the
battle.
tadpole alters my plan.
Yeah,
it actually does.
I refuse to battle.
are you going to throw tadpoles at them?
No, I was thinking, you know how I can control the fire within my thing? So, like, my teapot isn't always boiling and it's not always hot.
Yeah.
I could just, like, store some in my head.
You may find an answer to what you seek in this room, but my description wasn't over.
Sorry.
The purple grung, as she says, gesturing to the tadpoles in the pool, she says, "I'll have to teach you how to use your inside voices," she screeches at you guys. Roll for initiative as she produces a strange dart gun that's loaded with leeches, and the two grungs by the side door ready their spears.
Kruknuk goes,
Leeches.
I can use my inside voice.
I have no flesh. Leeches do nothing. Whatchamacallit? I got an 18.
All right, keep track of your initiatives for a second. Let's see. Noggle, who is the purple grung, got an
Noggle.
You have to say
18. So an unnatural 20 for Noggle.
What?
And
Damn.
the two green grungs, I'll roll for their initiative at the same time. They got a 19. Jesus, so they got a 21 for their initiative.
What the?
All right. Okay. What was your initiative, Bruggen?
18.
18 for Bruggen. And Kruknuk?
4.
4. Ooh, nice.
Wow,
You
I
were
thought mine was bad. I got an 8.
an 8 for Mary Jane.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Wow,
ain't
y'all
used.
suck.
He ain't used to the wicked world he lives in.
Kruknuk is the wisest of the bullywugs, not the fastest of the bullywugs.
Evidently so. So the first to take their turn are the two green grungs that stand on the left and the right side of the door as you enter. They were ready for you guys, and they just jab at you with their spears.
Youch.
I'm gonna say, Kruknuk, you open the door first, so they're probably gonna. One's gonna stab you. One's probably gonna stab Brew again. I figured you're at the back of the party, Mary Jane,
Yeah,
since you didn't even
I'm
want
still
to go
taking
in
everything
here.
in. I'm like, why am I in a frog world?
You literally have no memory of why you're here. All right, Kruknuk. The small green grung's spear lunges out at you.
And he misses.
It's a 6, so yeah, you managed to dodge it. Bruggen, the other grung, lunges his spear towards you.
Are you sure about that?
Well, he does. He rolled a 16, and it's +4, so an unnatural 20.
Boy.
Bitch.
I take it that hits. All right, so
Or does it?
Well, what's your armor class?
17.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Does it?
And what about it?
Well, it deals you 3 plus 2
damage.
deals you 5 damage. Luckily, you are a construct, so you are immune to the grung's poison that coats their weapons.
Okay, but I have a question. So, we hadn't healed from the damage we took last time.
You took damage from traveling to the Great Tree, right?
I don't remember what I got damage from, but I'm at 16 hit points currently.
Oh, from the giant boulder in the passageway.
Oh,
No, you
yeah.
haven't healed from that.
excuse me.
All right, the green grungs have taken their turn, so it's Noggle's turn. Noggle, the purple grung, loads a leech into her strange blowgun and blows it at you, Cruz. It flies through the air towards you. You can hear its little teeth nipping as it does. She rolls a critical failure, though. However,
She sucks it
Sucks.
What's the leech's name?
the leech's name?
Yes.
Looch.
Acceptable.
in. Good name
Like
for
a
leech.
luchador.
Instead, the leech hits the grung that hit Caitlin, which was the left side grung, dealing to it
10,000 damage.
Jesus. No, only 3 damage, but let's see about that grung's constitution check as the leech tries to suck some juicy grung juice from it.
Just yoinks all of the blood.
God,
out.
just a shriveled, like, frog raisin.
Fortunately, or unfortunately for you, I guess, fortunately for the green grung, he just barely managed to grab the leech and pull it off, stomping it into the ground.
Hey.
Oh, Luch!
He
Luch.
stomped it into the ground?
He
Yeah, it
will
was
forever
biting
be
him.
remembered.
First death of the day.
Rest in peace, Luch.
All right, that was the leftmost guard that took 3 damage. Christ, that's a bit of ammunition, you guys.
We have to avenge Luch now. This isn't about the anything else anymore.
They're using Luch and his friends as weapons.
Exactly. These poor things.
Well, Bruggen, it's your turn, so you have a chance to avenge poor
Avenge.
Luch.
Luch!
Hey, so, McFucking,
Yes?
how far away am I from
Noggle or the 2 green grungs?
Throw the green
anyone?
gung down the waterfall.
At the right side of the room. Jesus.
you hurt the babies?
The room itself is about 40 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
So it would take a few turns to get there. But you could.
Bruggen's.
Bruggen's strong enough to carry a Grung. But how close are you to them?
Yeah.
Well, the 2 green Grungs are still right at the door, so you're literally right next to them.
Like within 5 feet?
Yeah, you can attack them.
What about Noggle?
Noggle, she's across the pool in the center of the room, which is about 30 feet away.
Okay, so I don't really feel like taking 2 opportunity attacks, so I'm gonna use my longbow on big fucking what's her name.
On Noggle, you'll still take an opportunity attack though, because you're loading a ranged weapon while someone is within 5 feet of you.
Ew, really?
Yeah, well, I mean, because you're not. Yeah, because you're taking the time to pull out an arrow and knock it. That's a chance for them to just stab you.
You can. I feel like you should be able to grapple a Grung without incurring the Constitution check because you don't have skin.
But yeah, well, no, she's immune to poison, so Bruggen can just
So
grapple a Grung.
Eat that Grung down the waterfall, Caitlin.
Bruggen wrestler, here we go. Is
All
that
right.
what's happening?
Make a strength check as you try to grapple the Grung that's stabbed you.
Okay.
The Grung,
13.
13. The Grung rolls an 11 plus its strength is -2, so that's a 9. You easily grapple the Grung. Since it was so. What?
Bones shatter as your metal arms.
No, I wanted to go.
Like a medicine bottle.
His eyes pop out.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna yeet him down the waterfall.
No.
No.
Well, it is a full action to grapple, so you have to decide what to do on your next turn.
All right, so I'm chilling.
All right, you could move with the Grung though now because
But would I still take an opportunity attack from the other one?
no,
No,
because that's the one that's next
Yeah,
to
it's, in,
Krupnak.
it's between us.
Oh, I understand. I thought I was gonna take opportunity attacks from both of them.
No, just the one that
I
hit you.
understand.
Start heading towards that waterfall.
You might take an opportunity attack then though, because you'll be going to the right where it's at the door.
Can I ready an action?
What action are you readying?
I want to use my grappled Grung as a weapon and like fucking whack-a-mole the other Grung.
If you ready an action, that's a full action.
Yeah.
You take a ready action.
I
You really
movement, I
understand.
guess.
Yeah, you could ready your movement, or you could just move this turn.
I'm chilling. I'm fine.
Okay, you just keep cradling this Grung.
Yeah.
All right, Mary
I
Jane,
hope it's
you're up.
comforting, but not really.
All right. So
Kill the one next to me. I'm gonna try and put the moves on the purple.
I'm just kind of like this metal beast thing's holding this other giant. And like, I have this staff. Like, what the hell is magic? How do I use this thing? Why is there some sort of device?
How did you become a druid? That's like
I was put on this earth from the gods. I was here to protect the force, and
Does anyone tell Mary Jane to take a hit?
there's a
Jane.
mouthpiece here. What is this?
Use your staff.
Is this like some sort of instrument?
yes,
Show
play
him,
it.
Krupnak.
An instrument.
Suck in.
Oh, an instrument to suck in.
Like a harmonica.
Interesting. Okay, so
Make sure you light it up first. though. Take a nice big toke.
I have to light the instrument on fire.
Yes, it's a very
end.
exotic instrument.
Why am I letting a frog tell me what to do? I
am
don't-
Krupnak.
Okay.
Why is this not the bully
I say I'll do what he says. So I try to play a sweet tune out of here. Maybe to calm the little babies crying in the room. However, a tadpole may cry.
They kind
you
of
gonna
like
take-
watery bubbles.
You should like subclass in bard.
Yeah, play the bong.
Well, the bong doesn't sound very good, but a familiar sensation. Oh God!
That was good.
But a familiar sensation enters your body as you do play it.
Bruh, alright, so what's
Mary
up,
Jane's
guys?
back.
Yeah, oh dude, so you're hugging
Mary
a frog. Hey man, I'm just time to kick some ass, am I right? Some ASMR. Dude. Alyssa.
I'd like to say the green Grung by the door is like looking very awkward at what's happening.
He's waiting for his turn.
Let's shit. So you want me to attack the one that's
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I can
Poison spray.
No.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, like I got a bit of a mind wipe when I was sober. I don't remember that they're immune to poison.
Don't you dare.
Like, oh wait, that frog dude's trying to kill you, dude, and I just whack him on the head with my quarterstaff.
Just going to whack him on the head. All right, roll for an attack roll. You just try to whack the bully or the grung that is attacking the bullywog. This is the rightmost grung. It's a 4.
It's an 8.
It's an 8 total.
Yeah.
The grung nimbly just jumps away from it.
Oh, yeah, frogs are like pretty fast.
How far away does he jump?
It's just a quick like hop back and then back. You do have your move action, but you can't get very far because Brew again is blocking most of the door and Kruknuk's blocking the other way of the door. You could squeeze between them though.
How did I hit him though? I just went like, that's why I win. That's why I missed.
I figured you jabbed like
Okay.
to the right of Kruknuk. It wasn't a very good jab though.
Pretty short.
Yeah, I'll just chill, I guess.
All right, you just chill. Okay, Kruknuk, wisest of the bullywogs, take the wisest of your turns.
Guys, should I go for the purple grung or should I fight the green guy next to me?
You could jump.
I'd still incur an opportunity attack.
I'd give a disadvantage to that opportunity. Well, no, because grungs also jump. They're ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if I cast a jump on him, but
Maybe.
that's a fast jump.
Looking spell.
Well, first and foremost, let's hot check the purple one.
Okay. Hot check on Noggle, the crazy
got a pretty
grung,
bad
purple
Oh,
grung.
I was gonna be lying to her anyways.
Well, we might as well
Kruknuk was gonna
check.
take those babies.
Hot check is done with the big light up D20. An 18. Noggle is
Damn.
sexy.
Spicy.
She's curvy. She's everything you could have wanted in a frog.
She's got
you rolled
terrible
a,
Kruknuk's
voice, though.
eyes start to water.
you rolled
well
a
up
3
with
on your hot
mucus.
check, didn't you?
Is she okay? Question: like you said, she's purple. Is she like a lavendery purple or
Lavender seems pretty sexy.
I?
Okay, what's your turn looking like now,
She's crown
Kruknuk?
royal purple.
Yeah.
No.
I'm only kidding.
Kruknuk, as you look across the room, you hear some soft music playing in your head as like the soft filter enters in front of your eyes. She kind of tosses her head and mucus flies away a little bit.
I just, for our audience, I just pulled up a photo of a frog.
Oh, very disturbing frog.
Just had his mouth open, way wider than you'd think. All right, so what are you doing, Kruknuk?
I think Kruknuk is overcome by the beauty of the grung. He puts his hammer, he puts his war hammer to his chest, and he says, "I am sorry I woke up your babies. But what if I was to propose that they be our babies? I am Kruknuk, wisest of all bullywugs.
All right,
And you are what's her name?
You haven't actually known her name. I just told you because of initiative, but
Oh, yeah.
Noggle.
And he says, and you are the most beautiful of all bullywugs,
She's a grung.
of all grungs.
I'm just gonna say this is you have to roll a 19 or a 20 for this because grungs are racist, and you've just come in and like killed one of their frogs. All right, but go for it, man. Go for it. Love can conquer all.
18 plus 2 charisma.
Oh,
Nice!
is this
An unnatural 20.
is this persuasion?
It is persuasion.
Oh,
That's
so
a
it's
plus 4. It's actually a 22.
22.
All right. What you say, Kruknuk, comes out as soft poetry. Somehow you like fluently say this in the small amount of grung you've been exposed to. So you're like speaking this like sultry, exotic language of bullywog. To everyone else, it sounds awful. You're just like croaking there. But to her, it's poetry. She kind of sets down her leech gun and is like, I've always wanted to have a family. She's on the verge of accepting your proposal, but you'll have to try again on your next turn. The greenies take their turn. Actually, wait, the end of the round, you hear something scuffling along the ceiling and popping down through the holes that are peppered here. In each room, there's like holes on the ceiling that are big enough for grungs to go through. It's probably their way of getting around. Out pops the orange grung that was in the war room.
He's back.
Orun.
He knew we were in charge. He should be cool with us.
Come on.
Knew you were in charge. You just like scared him off.
How did we scare him?
You were like, I'm wisest of the bullywogs. And he was like, I'm no match for wisdom because you rolled really high. Anyways, he pops out towards the left side of the room where the waterfall is feeding into the stream. He pops down and he's like, Orun, fiercest of the Grungs, is ready for a rematch. Orun's initiative is a 2. He does have a +2 though. Grungs are pretty dexterous, so it's an 8. So he'll go right after. Oh no, he rolled a 2. Sorry, that's a 6.
Yeah.
All right, so he'll go after Mary Jane. All right, so it doesn't really have an effect yet, but the greenies do take their turn. Seeing that you are preoccupied with Noggle, the green grung knows when to leave a person be when they're flirting. Instead goes for Bruigan, who is grappling his friend and like trying to pop him. He stabs out, letting a wild cry as he does so towards you, Bruigan.
Okay.
It's a 3. It just glances. You don't even feel it as it just kind of glances off your cast iron
Does he
skin.
stab his friend?
No, it wasn't a 1. Also, I realized, Bruigan, you could probably burn this or this grung to death. You're holding him against your chest where your furnace is.
Oh, that's cool, but I want to pop him.
Why?
The one you are
You
grappling.
should eat him down the water.
I don't want to do that.
What?
I want to pop him. Like, that's what I want to do. I've already stated this multiple
So
times.
inefficient.
God. The grung you are grappling, though, Caitlin, tries to escape. Grungs are rather slippery, so they do have advantage escaping grapple checks. Just
Ew.
like you do, Kruknuk.
Kruknuk does it better though.
So using its dexterity bonus, it tries to escape. Make a contesting strength check to try to hold on to him. He rolled an 18.
Oh boy.
Little known fact, Kruknuk is also the slipperiest and slimiest of the
I didn't do it. I got a 7.
A 7? All right. The grung manages to wriggle its way out of your arms, leaving a slimy, poisonous trail that would render a regular human probably a gibbering mess. But anyways, he like comes out of your arms and then attempts to jump across the stream in the middle to get away from you. You will have an opportunity attack. So go ahead and take that as the grung leaps across the stream,
That's
dividing the
fair.
room.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have your weapon out, so it's just going to be a punch that you're doing as an opportunity attack.
Okay. Plus what?
It'd be plus your strength.
A 10.
A 10. You are unable to hit the grung. He caught you by surprise as he leaps across the stream to the other side.
Sucks, bro.
All right. After the greenies is Noggle's turn. Noggle, seeing that the love of her life might be across the stream, instead aims her leech gun at you, Mary Jane.
What? How she even got sight of me?
You're
gotta
taller
be-
than Kruknuk.
gotta
Kruknuk's
have
literally
good aim.
3 foot what?
3'1".
You're like,
Oh Jesus. Okay.
he's up to
yeah.
your waist.
Fair enough.
All right, the leech, she blows into the blowgun, and the leech flies out towards you. Small little teeth chomping. This one is not named Looch. This one is named Latch.
Latch
makes a
on
little
me,
more
baby.
It rolled a 4, so you easily managed to dodge it,
Yay.
and Latch flies past you and just kind of lands with a splat in the central hub room behind you.
Yeah, dude.
Latch and Looch, not doing so hot.
Don't worry, I won't stop on you, bro. That was pretty cold.
Bruigan, it's your turn.
Okay. So the guy hopped away from me, right?
The leftmost grung is now on the opposite side of the stream, so to get to him, you'll have to cross it. The stream is about 3 feet deep.
Okay. And I don't risk taking an opportunity attack from someone else, right?
No, because the other grung is actually no.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would. The other grung,
attacking you now.
he attacked you now, so he moved a little ways.
Ew, man. Like,
Yeet him down the water.
Like,
You could just grapple the other one that came close to you.
but then he's just gonna escape.
Maybe not. Who knows?
attack them.
You could just punch him too. You've got a lance.
Yeah, but I get disadvantage on my lance.
Oh, unless you're that's right. Unless you're 10 feet away. You could try to tackle. You could just try to pick him up and throw him.
Into the waterfall.
I guess I have to take the advice of my friends and yeet him down the water.
We are the wisest.
All right, so I will say
I'm the wisest.
you're still at the entrance room, so picking him up and throwing him, you'll probably only get him on the side of the stream that's like right where the pond like compresses down to a stream again in the middle of the room, and he might be able to swim out. But if you throw him hard enough, you could like knock him out on the edge of the bank so that he does get yeeted down the waterfall.
All right, let's see. Let's
All right,
check this
first
shit.
one is a grapple check to see if you can grab onto him.
This is strength.
Yeah, this is strength versus his dexterity. He doesn't have
Okay.
advantage yet because they only get advantage when escaping.
A 12.
He got an 8, so you grab onto him.
Fuck
Now
yeah.
make a strength check as you hoist him over your head and just chuck him as hard as you can into the river.
An 18.
An 18 total?
Yeah.
God. All right, you
yeah.
fling this grung across the room. This green thing's flailing as it spins
yeah.
through the air and lands with a splash in the stream, on the right side of the stream from the pond, and starts going down it to where the waterfall goes into the depths of the trees.
Yeah, he is.
On its next turn, it'll make a saving throw to see if it can swim out. All right, after Bruggen, you can move now, Bruggen, without fear of opportunity attack.
I can?
Yeah.
How?
Because you
There's
eat
no,
it.
you
There's no one
yeeted the
in front
guy
of you.
Oh,
that was
yes, I
near
did.
you. You removed
Well,
Indy.
now there's no one near me, so I don't have to move. I must stay right where I
You could
fucking
move to
am.
get closer to someone else.
No, I'm a longbow this shit.
All right.
Okay, fair enough.
Sure.
All right, Mary Jane. Oh my, that hit did a number on you.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
jump?
Well, how big's the room? You can probably just jump that anyway.
I probably can.
Yeah, the room's like 30 feet wide,
Oh,
so you
easy.
could do your long jump of
Yeah.
25 feet pretty easily.
What do I want to do?
Easily.
Easily?
Easy. Easy breezy.
Jesus.
Cover girl.
You know, I'll just fairy fire those fools.
Fairy fire affects how many?
We'll have to look at
your
the
level?
spells.
Let me grab the book real fast. I thought it only affected one person, but I could be wrong.
I'll be targeting the purple one.
The
No,
purple
no,
one, Cruise's love.
Oh,
Don't you
all
dare.
right,
Knox
I'll
love?
target the orange
Orange
loser.
one.
The orange loser, Odron.
Yeah.
He left his lunch in the other room. Kruknuk ate it.
Hey,
I'm gonna regurgitate his
Fudge
lunch.
eaters.
All right, let me check out fairy fire real
It was
fast.
an egg.
Yeah, it was like an egg. It was like
Like
a
a
big
hard-boiled
hard-boiled egg. All right, fairy fire takes one action to cast,
Yeah.
and each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined by blue, green, or violet light.
Let's make that
Green.
violet.
Any creature makes a dexterity saving
frogs.
throw.
Or no, over the orange one.
I meant green for you.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. They don't even get a saving throw.
Huh.
If it it has to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid your
what
green fire.
dexterity? Damn it, they're like hoppy as fuck.
You could still try it though. What's your spell save?
Not-
13?
Not high.
You gonna risk it?
No.
If you do it, oh, okay, never mind.
Salud.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Um.
Poison spray.
No.
What's it gonna be, Mary
Yeah,
Jane?
I'll do it. Fuck it. Let's do fairy,
Fairy fire,
Let's
and you're
blaze
doing it
him.
on the orange one, right?
Yeah.
So he's on the left side of the room, and that is also where the green grung that was first grappled by Bruggen jumped to, so it'll affect him too.
Okay.
So they both make dexterity saving throws as you
Let's blaze it.
take a quick hit and just like outline every object on the left side of the room
Okay.
practically. The O run rolled a 16, so he managed to hop past it, and the green one rolled an 18.
Cool.
So there's just some nice glowing objects
All
over
right,
there,
sure.
including you notice a chest.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That's
all
glowing
right.
over there.
Hey.
Yeah.
The baby's glowing too.
No, they aren't. They're in the center of the room. You aim towards the left of the
okay.
room.
I want a glowing baby.
You can always cast fairy fire on them again. Make sure you expend a first level spell slot though.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
All right. Now it is Orun's turn. Fiercest of the Grungs.
Oh yeah.
Orun waddles a little bit before leaping towards you, Bruggen. You seem to be the fiercest of the warriors in their pack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
He lets loose a fierce battle cry as he's like, Orun! And he leaps through the air across the stream. with his small little short sword at the ready. He makes an attack roll. Actually, he makes a dexterity saving throw, or a dexterity check real fast to see if his momentum can help his attack out. Since he is
Okay.
jumping 25 feet forward. It's a 9, so it doesn't do anything.
Huh.
But he leaps, lands on the ground in front of you, and slashes you with his short sword. It's a little
Ouch.
bit silly because you're like 6 feet tall, made of metal, and this small, like 3-foot orange frog man just like jumped in front of you without hesitation. His sword lashes out, and it's a 17. He
Damn.
manages to cut
I'm
your kneecaps.
defenders.
Oh, well, it's a base
Defend-
17.
Yeah.
He's got a +5 to hit.
What the?
He's like he's fiercest of the Grungs.
What the hell?
He is fiercest.
If you just say you're fiercest, you're fiercer now? Is that what it is?
For him, yeah.
He's like the orcs.
So 23 hits, right?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
All right. So the short sword,
Bitch attack.
deals
Oh.
9 damage.
Disgusting.
Ah!
That's disgusting.
How much the
I'm
sword?
left with 2 hit points.
2 hit points. Bruigan, the short sword like cuts almost clean through your mechanical leg, and some green like slag starts to leak out from inside of it,
Do you still
sizzling on the
take-
floor.
Do you still have mending?
If you use mending in combat, it'll take up a full action instead of like a cantrip usually would, and you'll only get like 1d4 hit points back if it's a good Arcana check.
Bitch!
Orun lets out a mighty battle cry as he's like, "I've won!" And
It's like close to scrap.
your turn,
metal here.
Krucknuck.
Damn, son.
So as my main action. Hold on. Wait a second.
so
Oh no,
at
yes,
the moment,
I'm good. So
I was just gonna say, at the moment you're standing at the front of the party still, and Orun is at your left.
will he invoke opportunity attack if I jump?
Yes, but is love worth it? Ask yourself that.
He just did 9 damage.
That was max damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
Still, if that hits me again, I'm out.
She's done.
I guess she's also immune to poison, which you aren't. But love, Krucknuck.
God damn.
Hans, you want me to fucking die?
No, I'm just goading Krucknuck into going to the love of his life.
I don't
No,
even.
I
I don't
know.
even have
I'm
mending right
kidding.
now.
You don't have mending
I
out
say-
right now.
I thought you had mending.
I didn't prepare that one.
Oh,
I say,
I'll just jump in front, be a meat shield for you.
No, dude.
I say,
What do you mean no? You're gonna die.
my love, come to Krucknuck. Let us tither with these babies, and we shall go on and raise a mighty Grung bullywug race.
make a
Run away with
persuasion
me.
check.
Run away with me.
It's 16.
It's a 16.
Oh no,
it's
it's a 20. It's an 18.
It's an 18.
Yeah.
He should have advantage
From what?
The
because it
18
worked
from
so
before.
well last time.
It's still
It's a
like a
22
super
from
hard
before.
check.
But I already convinced her once.
Well, yeah, but it's probably like best 2 out of 3 on something like this. You're not just gonna convince this purple grung who's
I'm
lived
just
in a
saying,
grung
it's
society
an 18
with
now. It
one.
was a 22 last time.
I know. I think she's willing to go on a date with you. She probably won't hurt her friends though.
Or will she?
Jesus.
So Noggle's like, when do you want to meet for lunch? I'll tag along.
Well, I've got this egg in my stomach.
Actually, Noggle sets down her leech gun and is like, I'll meet you outside of the tree in 30 minutes. Let me get ready, though. Then she jumps up into one of the holes in the ceiling
Oh
and
my
scampers
God.
away.
That's great.
I nod my head. And
You're
then
now
for
on a
my
time
bonus
limit.
action,
Bonus action.
I just cast a faithful glance at Bruigan, and I grant Bruigan 2 more armor class with Shield of Faith.
Ooh,
So-
yeah, that's right.
Thank
All
you.
right. So as you stand there, Bruigan, leaking green slag onto the floor, a holy nimbus appears around you.
Because it's vocal somatic.
Wisdom will protect. Wisdom will protect. All right, so you have to keep concentration on that spell, right?
Yeah.
So if you get hit by an attack, you'll have to take a saving throw to see if you keep it up. Anyways, after Krucknuck, it's the Greenie's turn. The Greenie on the other side of the stream just saw Noggle, their boss, basically say they were going to date the enemy in a couple minutes. Let's see if he keeps his like reserve to battle. He rolled a 4, so he jumps up through the ceiling too. The Grungs are a little bit of cowards.
Yeah, apparently.
Now we gotta check the saving throw on the guy who's getting washed downstream towards the waterfall.
Crit fail, crit fail.
That's a 19.
Oh!
Grungs
Shit.
are tropical tree frogs, so they probably like water. He kind of just keeps swimming in it happily.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
But what's his resolve check then?
Oh, that's right. An 18.
What the
He's friends
hell?
with Orun. He knows with the fiercest of the Grungs here, they won't ever get beat. He kind of
Why are-
crawls out of the river and brings his spear to the ready. That's his action.
Why are
for
all
the
the
turn.
frogs getting the good rolls today? Holy
What do you mean?
shit.
Crocknuck's gotten so many good rolls on convincing Noggle to go on a date with him.
That's true.
All right, Bruggen, your turn.
Let's kill these guys so they can steal their babies.
Can I? Wait. So can I use mending in battle?
Yes, you can. It'll take your full action to do, and you'll only get a D4 of health back.
And how close is the orange guy to me?
Right in front of you.
Oh my fucking god.
Orun doesn't run. When Orun attacks an enemy, he stays there.
I'll jump in front of him. I'll
Take
just,
the
I'll
warhammer
just
off
like,
my back.
Yeah, you could
I'll
trade
be-
places with Bruggen.
I'll be your meat shield. I'll just drag your hulking back. I got you.
Nah, are you sure?
Take my
Yes,
warhammer
I'm
from my hands.
at
right next
full
to you.
health.
Wait, we're all right next to each other?
Yeah, you're still
I'm
all in
right-
the doorway. You haven't moved at all.
I'm right behind you. I'm at full health. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You're feeling good. You could transform, and actually, I don't think
I think
an
I
animal
am.
with a challenge rating of 1/4 has that high of health.
That's not, yeah. That's gonna be
Transform into a snake and just die instantly.
You can be a rhino.
I think that has a
Wait.
higher CR rating than a 4th.
Ah,
rough, probably.
Yeah, no doubt it does.
Giant frog though.
doesn't
frog?
a tortoise have like a really high AC?
Let me check real
let's check
fast
that
in the
out.
monster manual. Bringing up the back section with all the little monsters. You could be a pony. Hit points 11. We're looking for a turtle. Let's see if there's anything here. Giant toad. Oh no, that's challenge 1. You can only do challenge 1/8, right? You didn't take 1/4.
Yeah.
Okay, 1/4. Challenge 2, challenge 7, challenge 1/4 for a giant centipede. Hit points 4.
Oh god. Disgusting.
Challenge 1/8 for a flying snake. Oh, but you can't transform into a fly speed creature.
Flying snake.
Camel has 15 hit points, but an AC of 9.
Oh jeez.
Yikes.
Most of the animals aren't that good in combat. I don't see a regular turtle on here.
What?
Or, I'm in the wrong section.
What
though.
about tortoise?
I'm looking. Here we go. Raven,
I also still have to decide what I'm doing.
seahorse, vultures, swarm of ravens. No, there's
Turn into a seahorse.
No, that has a swimming speed.
yeah, there's no turtle.
Oh
But
they
we
probably
can
have a
make one
swimming
up if you
speed
really
anyway.
want to.
AC 18.
AC 18. It's a small
Jesus.
sturtle. I think at most it'd have like a 15.
Cats have an AC of like 16 or 17.
That's because they're dexterous.
Yeah.
Turtles aren't dexterous. And like what gives a turtle what gives a turtle, which is the like player race of turtle high AC, is that they've got like they're big and their shell is thus bigger.
Yeah.
A turtle could still get crushed pretty easy by a humanoid-sized creature.
What do I want to do? So, I have options. Am I able to take the Warhammer from Cruz?
Wait, you haven't taken your turn yet?
No.
Oh.
I just.
Oh, that's right. We were asking whether you could trade that. Sorry, I got confused. Yeah, you could take the Warhammer.
And,
Bop him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing that. I'm pissed.
You're a ranger, though, right?
Yes.
I don't think rangers have proficiency with two-handed heavy weapons, so you'll just be using your strength for the roll
That's fine.
instead of your proficiency bonus too.
Oh, yes. Proficiency.
So what's your strength bonus?
2.
So you just get a +2 to the attack roll if you used
Okay.
it.
I think you'd be okay.
You know what? Fucking yeet.
All right, you take the holy warhammer of Kruknuk, engraved with the sacred lightning bolt of his god, and smash it into Orun, the orange grung.
I'm at.
A 1?
Oh no.
Oh no!
+2?
+2. That's still a crit fail.
Crocknuck, I am so sorry. Did I break it?
What does happen? All right, so you take the warhammer from Crocknuck. I'm pretty sure you like bring it over your head, and it's you're not used to the heft of it, and you end up clonking yourself in the head with it as you bring it up over. You take
Oh god.
1 damage from it.
I'm at 1 hit. I should have just mended myself.
I thought you were gonna do that. Then I'd switch places with you.
Orun gives a little cackle as he sees this kind of silly display. You're gonna be fine. Well, maybe not. All right, Mary Jane, you're up.
I'm really angry right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking angry.
Mary Jane, are you gonna?
Giving you armor.
I'm gonna drag her like what is basically scrap metal off the floor.
Yeah, what was once shiny, nice. What is it? Cast iron? That's
isn't
right.
shiny.
It's not at all.
It's not shiny, but what was once
She's
like.
just a pile of rubble next.
Yeah, it's kind of leaking green slag. It's like
I
a
just
leg
grab
is
my
hanging off.
my broom and sweep it behind.
Anyways, so you, Brugan, you're going along with this, right?
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, you could like be stubborn and not be dragged behind, and then you have to
die.
stand.
Fuck! I don't even have the strength to do that. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm just giving you your options. All right, Brugan's going along with it. So you trade places
Okay.
with Brugan, and as you do so, Orun gets an opportunity attack on you since you're taking
Sure.
it for her.
Wait, doing a tactical swap?
Yeah, because she moves out of his combat range, so he gets a stab in. But as she moves out, you move in, so
All
you
right,
actually
I'll take
the
it. I'll
stab.
take it. Let's go.
Orun rolled a 3.
Bitch.
So you managed to slyly dodge his short sword as
Damn.
it stabs at you.
I'm on the.
All right, that was your movement for the turn, so you still got
Sure.
your major action. Poison spray him.
Do it.
Why are you like this?
Well, what's it gonna be, Mary Jane? You don't
I
have
have, like,
any other offensive spells?
Not really. I have like entangle.
It's a big area.
I know. I don't want to hurt any babies.
No.
I'm just gonna smack him with the quarterstaff again.
All right, let's go, let's
this thing's
go.
tried and true, man.
Do you have Shalala?
Oh, I could have prepared that actually, but I didn't.
Isn't Shalala a bonus action?
Yeah, but he doesn't have it prepared.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
even have it prepared for
Yeah.
the day. That's too bad.
What? Is that how druid spells work?
Yeah, druid spells work the same as paladin spells, where you have access to the full spell list at the beginning of the day, and then you prepare a number of spells.
How have I played a druid like 3 times?
It's because we
And then-
usually don't do preparing spells.
Why did you choose to do so now?
Because then you get access to the full spell list.
Yeah.
What?
So
Yeah,
at the beginning of every day, a druid, paladin, or cleric prepares a number of spells equal to their level plus their spellcasting modifier, something like that. It's different for each class, and they get to prepare that number of spells from their whole spell list for their class. So they have access to everything, so that a paladin doesn't have to waste their like 1 spell slot that they get a level on like purify food and water. Instead, they could take that during a day where they know they're low on rations and might need to do that.
Right.
It just gives them a whole lot more versatility.
I understand. I just didn't know that this was an option.
Yeah.
I didn't do that at all. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of times it's a little
you would have
complicated to do preparing spells, so sometimes you'll just do it.
Because you had that like really specific.
Yeah, that,
druid
isn't it like
style
every
anyways.
long rest
Yeah,
or
but
something?
even-
Every long rest, yeah, you can switch them
That's
around.
true.
All right,
That's
what
a
you gonna do, Mary Jane?
Druids also get like
Whacking
extra
'em?
spells.
Yeah,
for
why-
10
Plus
4.
4, 14? That just barely manages to hit Odra.
Really?
He
Okay.
wears like no armor.
Oh, idiot.
Grungs are literally naked, except for like little things of like vines and stuff hanging off of them.
All right, so
That's
I.
unwise.
It is, yeah, not very wise.
You're like gonna go unarmored in a couple levels. He's planning on doing barbarian here pretty soon. How much damage?
Next level.
6.
Or
6
2
damage.
levels, never.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So let's
Boom.
see. Oran takes 6 damage. Oran is quite a bit beefier than the other Grungs you've encountered, though, and he looks like he could take several more beatings like that. Kind of laughs a little bit.
Damn.
All right, after your
know
turn,
what?
Mary Jane.
Hold on. How long does it take to summon my G-Li B-Li Gumai rat?
I think it's a bonus action. You just open up the packaging. It's the gummy rat that he got from
The
Tom.
G-Like-B like goo my rat's eye. What does it do again?
You open it and it turns into a giant rat for 1d4 hours, at which point it will turn back into a normal gummy rat that you can eat if you really want to, depending on where it's been.
I can't reuse that, huh?
No, it's a one-time use to have a giant rat friend.
Maybe I'll save it.
Okay. You pause looking at the packaging for your G-Li-B-Li rat and decide to save it for another day. All right, it is Orun's turn. Seeing as his prey, the metal thing, retreated, he now goes for this strange Asimar who's just kind of smoking in front of him.
And smack them with what?
Yeah. Smacked him with a quarterstaff. He's finally a good challenge for a fierce grung like me. And he swings his small little short sword at you. It's a 15 plus 5.
Why is it plus 5?
He's the fiercest. He's like their best warrior in the entire tribe.
Yeah, I gotta take it, you know?
All right, you take
Expect a good swing, man.
5 plus 3, so 8 damage.
Yikes! All right.
And then-
All right, we Gucci.
Make a Constitution saving
Ah,
throw.
son of a bitch! I forgot
As you
about
can
that.
feel the poison working its way into your system.
Oh, this is potent. Oh. You know, I should have done like guidance on myself, honestly. What save is this? Constitution?
Constitution saving throw. It's a DC 12.
Sweet. A DC 12? Okay.
Yeah, DC 12. What's your Constitution bonus?
2.
So you rolled a 12 total. Ties go to the defender. You just barely managed to shake off that poison. You are almost going to be extremely frightened of your allies, since that's orange grung poison.
Oh shit.
All right.
Hey man, I've dealt with some very strong stuff before, so
Clucknuck, you're up.
I look at my.
She's gone.
I know. No, I look at her. I look at where she went. I look at the hole and I hold my hands over my heart.
You pine. You're very ugly, but you pine.
I pine.
Are you going to use like Thunder Shock or something?
I don't have any more first level spell slots.
You don't have any? When did you use some?
2. I used.
I don't remember you.
I used a cure wounds,
Ah, okay.
and then I used Shield of Faith right now.
Ah.
So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take out the Warhammer, or I'm gonna pick the Warhammer back up.
Oh yeah, because Bruggen did drop it when she bonked it into her head.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna thwomp him.
All right, let's see that thwomp, Clucknuck.
Here it goes.
You bring the Warhammer in a wide arc. It crackles with a little bit of electricity as it's in the hands of its rightful owner.
And you go.
The Warhammer
It's 17.
collides solidly with Orun. Roll for damage. As it makes a very nice thwomp sound. How much damage is it?
12.
12 damage.
It's a D10 plus 2.
Kill him.
Dang. You deal. Orun kind of cries out in pain as you can feel some like bones crunching under its soft skin. He's like, ah!
I say wisdom beats fierce any day.
You want to try to frighten him?
Yeah.
All right. Roll a persuasion check, I assume.
I guess it'd be an intimidation check, yeah?
No, it would be intimidation. I forgot that was a skill. What is it?
It's in the middle.
Oh, re-roll then.
Yeah, it hit my phone and just.
Stopped rolling.
Yeah. 9?
Orun sees it as a challenge rather than a reason to escape. Yeah. He's run once, he won't run again. Unless he gets really low, probably. All right, after Clucknuck is the Greenie's turn. The one green one who jumped out of the river runs up to you, Clucknuck, spear at the ready, and stabs forward. Actually, probably just jumps instead of running. Anyways, jumps through the air, lands next to you, and stabs at you. It's a 6 plus 4 for 10. No hit.
Hey.
You easily manage to sidestep the spear's stab. After the greenie is Noggle's turn. She's getting ready somewhere. Blow drying her hair, so she doesn't have hair. Blow drying her slime.
No, but that you shouldn't dry.
She's probably
out
moistening her
frog's skin.
slime.
Moistening her
Yeah.
slime, applying some nice mascara, getting all pretty.
No eyelashes.
She puts on fake eyelashes. I guess the mascara is probably a bad idea too, because she's slimy, so it just runs like immediately as soon as she puts it on.
There's waterproof mascaras, so
She's got that then.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Brueggen, you're up.
Wet and wild. Oh,
Hey.
Longbow.
I meant
Oh, yeah.
because
All right.
a 1 hit point make fucking not.
All right. Roll that d4 as you concentrate all your
Bitch.
magical energy.
Hey.
4 hit points.
You manage to recover 4 hit points, kind of patching your leg back together. You kind of stop the green slag from
I am upset.
leaking.
I am
Upsetty?
upset.
Steady.
Like spaghetti.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, that
Shouldn't
is your
really
full
move.
action.
Just hear workshop noises.
Man.
All right, you look back, Brueggen's like a little bit better. All right, Mary Jane, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna use my my Belmont Summer Court healing word feature
On who, you?
on me. I put a good old Shakabra in the air, like Shakabra, and it's
So you're using your druid subclasses feature? That's pretty much just a paladin's lay on hands, but a druid, right?
I think it's healing word, because it's the one that's like it's at range.
Oh, it's got range?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was-
You regain 2 then?
I think so. You know, I don't really have the description here, but
Okay.
I think healing word's a d6.
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Do
Okay, it's a
D6.
d6 plus your spellcasting modifier if it's healing word. So you regain 11 health.
On that full baby.
You fine. Repairing the damage that Odrun dealt to you almost immediately. I think that's your full action though.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
I think that one's bonus. Better check that.
Do you want to grab Xanathar's Guide to Everything real fast, Cruz? It's right behind you in the green backpack. Sorry, everyone. Didn't have all the books here. I figured. Let's see. The Druid subclass for Summer Court, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What was that?
As my massive muscles flexing.
AKA you crunching a water bottle.
Yeah.
Excuse you, it's a root beer bottle.
Can I see it real fast, or you got it?
Just very quick about it.
Cruz is doing the DM's job right here.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Here, wait, could I read it real fast just to?
Oh, here. One with Summer Court.
All right. Realm of the Summer Court. At second level, you have a font of energy represented by a number of d6 equal to your druid level. As a bonus action, you choose one creature you can see. Okay, so it's not healing words. You only gain the d6, not your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, so 2. Mm-hmm. Better than nothing.
All right, so it's pretty much a paladin's pool of healing, except it's a pool of d6s. And then, yeah. Oh, you gain 1 more temporary hit point per dice spent.
Oh,
So
okay.
you only used 1, so you only get 1. And then you regain them when you finish a long rest. All right, so that was a bonus action, so you still have a chance to whap old Olrun a little bit.
Let's do it. I'll just smack him in the head again.
All right, you go for it. The quarterstaff swings through the air, and with a roll of 4,
It's an
8. With a roll of 8, he just ducks under it. You're not used to fighting short
I
things.
guess not.
And Grungs are very agile, short
Apparently
humanoids.
So, yeah.
All right, it is Orun's turn. Orun, he takes one look at you. He's like, I will finish you off, mystical druid man, angel thing.
Is that what I am? All right, let's go.
He rolls a 4 though.
Let's go.
And he ducked under your attack, and you just jump over his attack.
It's like that episode of Tom and Jerry where they have the pipe and the axe. And
Yeah. After he misses, Orun's like, perhaps it would be good to retreat and regroup.
No.
Looking around,
Die here.
Die.
Orun jumps up into the ceiling with a
Die
little
here
holes
like
on
a
it.
noble frog.
You get an opportunity attack. Actually, you get
both of
both 2
them.
opportunity attacks from Kruknuk and Mary Jane.
Kill him for me, guys.
Hey, 19.
15, 19, that's a hit.
It's a 7.
That's a no hit. All right, you hit with your quarterstaff
Let's go.
because he's jumping upwards, so
Yeah.
so he doesn't get a duck under it.
This is me mid-jump.
All right, roll for damage as your quarterstaff smacks into him.
8 damage.
8 damage, not bad, not
Knock
bad.
him back down.
No, he still manages to get away.
How?
I want to get away.
What? He's just clambering.
I wanna.
He's fierce.
Away.
Yeah. And at that, the green Grung who was around there jumps back. You only get one opportunity to attack a turn. You only have one reaction. Jumps back into the stream and swims down the waterfall. So technically, you did yeet him down the waterfall. Or rather, he yeeted himself, Brew again.
Wow.
All right, so the room is now empty. You've cleared out the Grungs one way or another, either through sultry seduction or scaring them off with your superior fighting skills. So inside the room, there is the main pool, which has several tadpoles that are now quite agitated, swimming around rapidly. Across the pool, there's a pedestal with a book on it. It looks like some kind of ledger or something. There's a chest on the right side of the room and a chest on the left side of the room.
I'm gonna go to the glowing one.
The glowing one?
The right side of the room.
Can we take a rest?
You could take a short rest, but Cruz will miss his date.
See, what if he goes on his date while we're resting?
Yeah.
You have to go all the way down the tree. This like massive ancient tree.
We went up it.
I'm at 5 hit points. What? Let's
I don't think we'll meet another group of people if we just leave, unless you guys wanted to go to the library.
There was also the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go anywhere without
Yeah,
healing.
no, we're gonna get our asses beat. I've got like almost all my slots spent. So.
You could take a quick short rest. You could probably write a note to. You could probably shout at Noggle, see if you could take a rain check on the date.
No.
No,
Well, let's see what's in the chest. Let's see what's in the chest first.
Okay. All right,
And
so
let's at least take a couple tadpoles.
you're going to the left
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
Mary Jane?
Yeah,
The one that was glowing? All right, so the left chest has a strange, in front of the lock, it looks like a cup. It's meant to hold something. You're not sure what. And then the right one, Crucknuck, the lock is on the top of it next to like 2 feet prints. What are you investigating anything in the room?
Does a tadpole fit in my teapot?
It'd be a very, very tough squeeze.
No,
and they
I
wouldn't
don't
have
want
any
to hurt him.
space.
Oh wait, so she's like covered in the poison slime crap, right?
Yeah,
Can
you
I,
might
like-
want to wash that off.
Hey, hold
You
up.
might wanna
I'm
wipe-
gonna
you
call
might
her
wanna pour it in
over.
the cup.
I'm gonna call her over, and then I'm gonna try and scrape it into the cup.
All right, you do that, and it kind of oozes in, but to no effect. You can make a quick investigation to see if it is slime that's supposed to go in the cup,
Yeah, well,
or
let's-
if it's something else.
What is the cup?
It's like a little. It's pretty much so. There's the lock on the front of the chest, and then there's this strange covering that like. It's like a crap. All I can think of is cup for it, but it just basically encircles the lock, and it's meant to hold something. So yeah, the slime like oozes into it, but there's not enough to like fill it completely to the top.
Yeah, can I investigate that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast guidance on
Myself.
Wow.
All right, you give
wow.
yourself a quick little.
Yes, a little
guidance.
word of God there. Yeah, let's check it out, man. That is 16.
16. Did you roll your
I
D4 for guidance?
18.
18. All right. You can instantly tell. You should have done this in the beginning, probably. The cup has bits of water around it, so it looks like you just had to fill it with water, and it would unlock.
Now how do I get it out of the cup?
I can.
No,
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Brogan, you kind of scrape it out a little bit, and then Mary Jane, you scoop water from the river and kind of dump it in. It takes a couple trips, but it's fine. Brogan, while this is going on, you could take a short rest if you want to.
Yes,
You won't
please.
investigate any of the room.
Like,
Yes,
let's
please.
short rest while he's on the date.
That's what I was
Yeah.
Can I
fucking saying.
Can I scrape some Bruigan's slime off with my crowbar and then put it on the foot squares?
Am I taking a rest?
Well, I'll jump on the foot squares first.
You jump on the foot squares?
Yeah, I do it first before I.
It unlocks.
It's a good thing I did it before I put the poison on
Yeah,
it.
it seems that the lock was for actively like jumping on it rather than stepping on it.
Okay.
But you're a bullywog,
jumped.
so you jumped on it. Anyways, the chest kind of unlocks and you shakily get off of it. The chest unlocks for you too. So let me do Mary Jane's first real fast.
Wait, can I rest? How do I rest?
So you're taking a short rest right now, and for you it's a little different. Normally you'd expend hit dice, but since you are a furnace-born, you can't be healed by normal ways.
Yeah, I mend.
So you've got to mend yourself. During this short rest, you could probably cast mending like 2 times on yourself, so it'll be 2d4s to heal.
So a D8.
No, just 2d4s.
Oh, do I have better chances that way?
You have a
might.
better minimum.
3.
You regain 3 health as you hastily patch yourself back together. All right, Mary Jane, inside your chest, it looks like It's a portable aquarium, some food, and care instructions.
Yes!
Along with 30 gold.
30 gold? Oh, hell yeah.
The care instructions are written in Grung, though, so you have no idea what they said, but there are helpful diagrams.
Hey, I'll give him the instruction manuals.
All right, you come over to Kruknuk carrying like this big portable aquarium. The aquarium is basically just like a backpack.
Please.
That's leather, and then it's got like, you know, the space backpacks that are for cats?
Yeah.
And they've got that globe in the center. It's like that.
Yay!
I'm so glad.
All right.
You see me with this backpack, I turn around. Let's go.
Kruknuk, you find in your chest a pair of J's.
What? What the hell?
They're magical. You can tell. You're not sure what they do, though.
The Jays of jumping.
They might be.
I'm so glad.
All right. The portable
Do they
backpack.
fit frog feet?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a frog
That's
chest.
disgusting.
They're frog J's.
They have the little separate toes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have anything to write with. Ugh.
That's hilarious.
What?
What do you mean?
I don't have anything to write with. That's all I mean.
On your character sheet?
Yeah, my character sheet. No. I mean, my
In your-
Kruknuk doesn't have
Kruknuk
anything.
doesn't. Yeah.
Oh.
But you could.
No.
There's a ledger on a pedestal with like a pen and ink next to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I go grab the ledger.
Do you read it?
Yes.
All right. So the ledger has tadpole names and identification names. It says 1 Grung, 2 Grung, red Grung, blue Grung on it. And then it lists their actual names, which are Grungles, Woggy, Floppy, and Jen.
Grungles!
I want Woggy.
No!
The
We
backpack,
want Grungles!
the backpack could hold 2.
Grungles and Woggy.
All right. Grungles is the 1 Grung, and Woggy was the 2nd Grung. So Floppy and Jen were the red and blue ones.
Brothers.
Grungles and Woggy haven't developed their colors yet. Grungs stay as like a murky green until they are raised in their separate castes, which bring out their colors. All right. You kind of put them in the backpack, fish them out, and then
I read
close
the
it
care
up.
sheet.
All right, the care sheet's pretty simple. It's just like change the water, feed them. There's enough gold in the chest for like a week of feeding. Your grung should reach maturity in about 3 months.
You guys, I was thinking, after we raise our little grung children, we can, they could work at the bakery with the myconoid.
And just get poison in all of them.
Well, no.
Maybe high temperatures bake out grung poison.
No, but I was thinking, I don't know, they could work in town and be safe.
Or they can be wise and come with me on our journey.
I don't want the grung.
Powerful Grung allies.
Hey, man.
All right,
Harvest
there is a
poison.
side or a negative effect to having the backpack in that when you get hit by an attack, there's a chance that it could rupture the backpack. So you got to be careful.
Keep it with Jedediah.
Oh, yeah.
Jedediah is your donkey, which is at the base of the tree for now.
Yes, he is.
Go down to the tree, have your date,
Yeah.
secure the backpack.
All right, do you guys want to investigate the other room while he's doing that?
Fuck that shit. What kind of things can we learn from grung literature? Poison. We secrete poison.
Yeah.
I give you the key for it was for the nursery, but maybe it's the same key for the trapdoor. So I give you the key as I take my backpack and I head
Trudge
down.
Are you sure
downstairs.
you want to give it to me, Mr.
With my new J- wait.
Points?
I strap my J's on my feet.
All right, so they require attunement, so you still can't use them, but you look fly. this bullywog with frog-shaped J's going down the stairs. All right, so you make your way down the corkscrew to the bottom of the tree,
Right.
where Noggle should be waiting pretty soon.
You just be like, I see you found my J's in the chest in the room I was in.
All right, so Kruknuk's on his ways down. We'll get to you in a little bit, but you two, what are you gonna do?
So what was there a door behind them or something, or what?
So outside of the nursery, there's the central hub room, which led to the weapons room. There's another one that has books on it, and then there was the nursery, and then there's the trapdoor in the ceiling. You hear some sounds of people inside the library room. It sounds like double bubble toil and trouble, my
Witches.
small little friend.
Witches.
Wait, you say people, but you mean grunts.
I mean grungs,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not ready to
Are you
fight.
saying
again.
Grungs aren't people?
No.
Well, because they would say that about you.
Exactly.
It's a good thing. That makes you better than them.
Nope.
You could try to stealth in.
Do I want to?
I'm not the
With
most.
8 hit points.
Well, you can stay back and rest
Open
some
the
more.
ceiling.
I don't. What if there's shit up there?
Hey,
There's just like a magical humming. That's all we could hear.
Yeah.
There's no people up there?
We didn't hear people earlier.
You heard it was like chanting, but
Oh, I could easily
Yeah.
stealth. I'll transform to like a cat or something.
yeah, you could transform literally into a bug probably. Except
What's
wait,
funny-
haven't you used your uses of that for the day?
Probably. I'd have to take quite the long rest.
Quite the extended rest.
Why don't we just rest during the date?
All right, so you take a quick 30-minute rest again, just inside the nursery.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You
All
lock
right.
the door.
Yeah,
you
lock the door.
have fun in the nursery playing with the two remaining Floppy and Jen.
Yay! I love them.
You feed them, they nibble at your fingies, and you rest up. So it's a short rest for you, so you can choose up to 2 of your hit dice. Druid hit dice are let me check real
D6s,
fast.
I think.
I think they're d6s too, so you could spend up to 2 d6s to heal if you need to. For you, it's again mending. You could probably get 2 uses in,
2d4s.
so 2 d4s.
I'm
Yeah.
livid. I'm angry.
So a druid's hit dice is 1d8 actually, so you can choose 1 or 2
Hey.
d8s to spend during this short rest.
Hey, I ain't bad. I'll roll a d8. That's 4 more.
If you want to expend another one, you can. You're not limited to just like declaring 2 and then only rolling 2.
Might as well keep it.
Yeah. I'm only 2 under max.
All right, back to Kruknuk then. While you guys are having a lovely playtime in the nursery, Kruknuk, you reach the bottom of the tree, and there you see in the misty ground this purple figure shrouded.
I lick my big frog hands and then I run them over my head.
You
Like I'm
slick
slicking my
back
hair
your
back, but
slime.
I'm not, I don't have any hair.
Oh god! All right.
I do it to my eyebrows too, which are just kind of like the tops of my eyeballs.
Noggle turns around as you approach, and she's like, "Oh, you made it. I was beginning to think you wouldn't."
I go, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Do
All
you
right.
like my J's?
Oh, you found them. They were usually reserved for Orun, but they look much better on you, she says with a sly
Wow.
wink.
Damn.
Says, you know they do. And I lick my eyeball. Well, I don't lick my eyeball, but I rub my eyeball.
God,
with saliva
you
covered
could lick
fingers
your
over my head.
eyeballs. Frogs do that. Oh no, it's
Yeah, that's
chameleons that lick, but you could also do that. Do you go find some tasty flies in the jungle?
Yeah. First, I put the baby carrier onto Jedediah.
All right, Noggle helps you secure it so they don't fall off. She also teaches you the best way to feed them.
It's her kids. It's your babies. That's like the whole point of the. Yeah.
I learned how to. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how to take care of Grung children now. And then you go into the forest and have a nice day eating flies out there.
I do that.
After a short time, you come back and Noggle is like, "So, what now? Are you going back up, or should we go somewhere else?"
I say, well, my friends are still up there, so I better head back on in.
All right. I guess I'll catch you around then.
He says, I'll call you.
Do they have some sort of communications device?
Let me see the percentage that.
It's a frog call.
It is croak into the mountains.
That's all frogs do.
Yeah, all right. She gives you an example of her call, and you you toggle it in your memory. So if you're ever in the jungle district again, you should be able to find her by wandering around the forest and
Listening
croaking a
for
little
frogs.
bit. All right, and with that, she hops back into the jungle. All right, you head back upstairs and you find them playing with the 2 tadpoles. It's quite hard to get them to leave. They're enamored by them. All right, so you're back in the central hub. What do you want to do now? Do you want to go through the main trapdoor or figure out what that
Trapdoor.
library room is?
Wasn't there 2
It's up to
keyholes
you
on the
guys.
shop door?
There was.
Yeah, we'd have to go to the library.
You could stealth in, or you could just barge in.
I don't restore my shapes until.
Do we
long
really
rest.
care about those other Grung babies?
What are you gonna do with them?
Hold them ransom.
Oh God!
No!
We just played with them for like an hour.
Yeah, they
I'm
are
attached.
extremely attached to these Grung children.
Fuck you, Krukna.
Kruknuk knows himself.
Do you?
Do you?
Yes. And
What-
I know I don't want to hurt those Grung children.
What's your guys' stealth checks? Do you want to try to stealth in? Or no, don't make a stealth check. Like, what's your bonus?
Dex
Hide in the
+2.
nursery.
So you have
Kruknuk will make a distraction.
I got a 14.
for sneaking in.
Yes.
All
Hide in
right.
the nursery. Kruknuk will make a distraction.
Where am I
Wait,
sneaking
are
into?
you? So you roll a 14, so you're actually just sneaking in.
I guess.
All right, so I guess Kruknuk's
Yeah.
distraction is for naught.
I was saying, do you want Kruknuk to make a distraction, and then you guys can just go in?
Too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you're like whispering to them, you go to whisper to Brew again to realize she's already snuck in the door.
I'll cast guidance on myself again and make that stealth check.
All right, so roll a d20 and add a d4 to yours. Well, I'll cover what you see, Brew again.
Oh, easy.
18. Dang. You could roll a d4, but you're hidden. You're hidden.
Yeah.
19 total. All right, so Bruggen and Mary Jane, you quietly slip into the door while Kruknuk is whispering his plan to distract outside, not having noticed that you guys have moved away. You're like drawing into the wood this complex plan.
I look at both. I look to both of them and see that they're gone, and I start to go back towards the armory.
Okay. All right. So, Mary Jane, Bruggen, you go inside and the chanting's louder in here. It's a shadowy room, the only light coming from this strange crystal ball in the middle, which gives the room a spooky purple light. Or it's like a reddish purple. Inside, there's this red grung kind of dancing around the crystal ball, just like saying, "Show me, crystal ball, who is the wisest of them all?" The crystal ball doesn't say anything in return. You're not. It could just be a normal crystal ball, or it could be magic. Either way, the red grung hasn't noticed you. This curved room has many herbs and vines hanging from its ceiling.
Oh shit.
There's one wardrobe set against the far wall, and a drawer set against the inside wall, and a chest rests in the room's far corner. In the center of the room is the big floating orb. Oh, it's a floating crystal ball. I forgot to mention that. It's fancy. And around it is the red grung. He hasn't noticed you, though, since you rolled a high enough stealth check, so
It's just him?
it's just him. And, yeah.
Can I?
Okay.
On top of the wardrobe, you can see a small terrarium that looks like there's something inside of it.
Can I? Wait, do I have advantage on sneak attacks? I want to shoot him.
Whoa, hold on.
You could try to spook him.
Let's try to grab the key, grab whatever treasures in there. and-
No, if we
Wait, was
kill
he saying?
him-
Wait, did he say who's the wisest of them all?
He did.
No! No!
Kruknuk barges in. No, I'm kidding.
You didn't hear it because you were heading to the weapons room. But perhaps you sense someone infringing on your
Kruknuk
wise.
sneezes a little bit.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Let's just grab the key, grab the treasure, and bounce.
The treasure would be in the chest on the far corner.
I guess it's just like
He is talking to a crystal ball. Perhaps you could try to mimic the crystal ball and tell him he needs to go somewhere.
Bruggen probably could sound like that.
You've got a deep enough voice that you
pretty
could.
metallic. Whatchamacallit?
It'd be a
Fucking-
deception check.
I have 0 charisma!
You could give him guidance plus a d4.
I'm angry.
I
I don't know why, but I'm fucking pissed.
I have higher charisma,
Perhaps you should try to.
just slightly, but yeah.
I'm gonna check out that fucking terrarium. I fucking guess.
All right, so you kind of sneak around the corner and take a perception glance at it. Inside, you see there's a little frog wearing a wizard hat and a wizard cape. At that point, the red frog comes over and he like picks the small frog out of the terrarium and he's like, "What do you think, Frizzrog? Is Wizrog truly the wisest?" Oh, and then he starts dancing around the crystal with him in his hands, holding him above his head. Wizrog also has a wizard's hat and a
Yeah.
wizard's
Wait,
cape.
so-
It's a matching set.
So he just
love
like
it.
passed me, picked up the frog from the terrarium.
Well, no, so the door, there's a small little, like, the door is set at the entrance, and then the room, like, curves.
Yeah.
So there's a small little alcove where the door is that you can peek around and not be seen. Plus, it's dark in there, the only light's from the crystal ball, and he just walked straight towards the terrarium. He wasn't looking towards
Oh,
the
I
door
thought I
at all.
went to the terrarium to check it
Oh,
out.
no, you just peeked at it.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to go to it?
I like that wizard frog. I mean,
Do you want to get
seems-
discovered?
no.
Okay, so you just peeked at it from around the corner, we'll say.
So it's a floating crystal ball. Is there like a tablecloth under it or something?
It's just a small little platform.
I thought it would be.
No,
Dude,
it's floaty,
Arcana,
isn't it?
check that shit.
Well, yeah, there's like a small little platform underneath it. It's like at ground level, but it's just a little like raised section of the floor that's floating above.
Okay.
What you gonna do, Mary Jane?
I bet you it's being held up by like a string on the ceiling.
This is rough. But, oh.
What do you, Kruknuk, you're back in the weapons room. It's deserted. You gonna grab some spears?
I look for like the jankiest spear that there is.
You
What?
already have the tetanus sword.
Tetanus
What
sword
is the fucking point?
Is the jankiest weapon you could ever have.
The wisest weapon.
All right, you find a pretty janky looking spear. It's made out of like a knotted piece of wood that goes left and then immediately right and then back up again, and then the point ends like crooked too. It's janky looking. It's on like the reject pile.
I take that one and I snap the head off.
Okay, you now have a really janky wooden stick.
I take it and I leave.
All right, you go back to the central hub room where there's still chanting going on from inside the room, but you don't know what's going on. So what are you doing, Mary Jane? You trying to deception? Go for it. You know this guy thinks he's the wisest.
All right.
Maybe tell him he's got to go prove something to be
Yeah.
the wisest.
Okay. So what does he ask again?
He's like, right now he's parading around the crystal ball, holding a small little frog pet above his arms and just shouting like, "Wizrog is the wisest."
Okay, I'll shout something like, "You, Wizrog!"
What? Crystal ball? Was that you?
I could like try and do like a fairy fire, make it more convincing.
Do you have any first level spell slots?
I have my last one.
Are you gonna use that to make fairy fire on the orb? If you do, I will give you advantage.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
go.
You make the crystal ball that's held by a string from the ceiling flare up in what color light? Green?
Violet.
Violet light? All right. Wizrog's like, you can see his eyes go wide as he's like, "Crystal ball!" he carefully sets down Frizzrog, his pet, and kneels in front of the orb, kind of, what do you call that? Prostrating himself in front of it. What do you want?
You say you are the wisest, right, Wiz?
I am.
There is a challenger within your quarters.
Who?
One who calls himself Kruknuk.
Kruknuk.
I sense his presence even. It is questionable whether yours even
Rival.
rivals. Prove to me that you are the wisest.
Where should Wizrog go to prove it?
Go to the highest point of the tree, the very top. Jump from it. I shall lift you and guide you with my soft zephyr.
So bad.
With my zephyr, I shall guide you towards the wisest.
I know not what a zephyr is, oh wise crystal ball.
Swift breeze.
But wait, make a charisma check. You do have advantage because you've done fairy fire, and you're appealing to this guy's ones.
Okay.
And you're using guidance on yourself, right?
Yeah. Oh.
What was it?
Oh. It's a 13.
A 13? Wizrog will go to the top of the tree and see if he can find Kruknuk there.
Go now. Prove to me you are
He
the
jumps
wisest.
into the ceiling holes and scrambles away. Frizzrog is still there. It lets loose like a little tiny ribbit.
Hey,
All right, let's go.
Hey,
Yeah?
Frizzrog is wearing clothes.
Yeah, he's wearing a little wizard hat and cloak.
Is he small enough to fit in my teapot that's not boiling? That's not hot?
Because he's just a normal frog.
I put him in my teapot.
All right, Frizzrog lets out like a little croak as you set him in the teapot, and he kind of dangles. I'm guessing you leave like the lid a little bit ajar.
I have my spout as an air hole.
Oh, okay. Well, he kind of like. Oh, I was picturing that the thing's a little ajar so he can stick his head out. His little wizard hat.
But I don't want him to top out. I also search in the terrarium for like food, and I take some of the terrarium stuff and I put it in my teapot with some water so that he has a good moist environment within
Just make
my
your
head.
head a terrarium.
Your head is pretty much a terrarium for
Sweet.
Frizzrog now.
And I want to inspect
While you're searching around in
the
the terrarium to look at stuff, you unintentionally find the key.
Hey!
Hey!
It was
Chest.
being guarded by the
Frizzrog?
most valuable protector. Also in the drawer, there's valuable medicinal herbs, including the ones from Woodroth, the Eladrin from Woodroth wanted.
I
The potion
yoink all
maker.
of them herbs.
Oh.
All right, you
I yoink them all.
yoink them all. Okay, you got a
One,
ton
I
of
got
them.
tea making herbs. I got medicinal herbs. I got all them shits.
You got a lot of
Not
stuff.
gonna lie, I forgot.
'Cause I
we
had
got
my
a
herbalism
medicinal
kit.
herb.
Yeah. all
It was
the-
It was just to pay for Mary Jane's special herbs.
All right.
Yeah, but whatchamacallit, it's called. So that's all of the herbs in the room?
Yeah,
check
you
them all?
yoink them from the ceiling and from the drawer. While you're doing that, you have a chance to check out the chest. As you approach the chest, there's no keyhole on it. Instead, it's enchanted by the magic mouth spell. So as you approach,
You kiss it.
the lock itself smacks its lips a little bit before saying, "Who is the wisest frog?"
Frizzrog.
Or what was wrong?
Well, you've got to say it. Wizrog?
yeah.
Very wise, and then it opens up.
I love that.
Frizzrog is wiser than Wizrog.
We are so lucky you weren't in here. Holy shit.
Inside are 2 health potions, a mystical bong,
What?
and 1 barrel of good pipeweed.
Damn.
You recognize this stuff as like some of the best stuff ever.
Jesus.
You don't know what the bong of poison does yet. It obviously requires attunement, but you carefully stow it away, and the small barrel of pipeweed too inside
Just
your
the
pack.
instant that I would see the treasure, it's gone.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
in my inventory.
All right. Do you guys check out the wardrobe?
Yes.
There's cool extra wizard clothes in there,
I
both
want them.
small frog sized and grung sized. Do you take the grung sized wizard clothes?
Wait, hold on. Describe them to me.
They're just like your classic wizard robes, the blue with the stars on them, except some are red with white stars on them. Some are blue, some are purple, one is green.
I'll take the green one.
It's so small on you. Like the hat is like a little birthday party cap,
Yes.
and the wizard barely goes, or the cloak barely goes down to like your shoulder blades.
Beautiful.
I take the blue ones and I want to repurpose them later.
Okay.
I think
Do you
at
take?
this point, Krucknuck would probably enter.
Yeah, you'd enter. Do you take any of the wizard clothes? They fit you pretty well. What color do you take then? You took the green one. You took the blue one. There's also a red one and a purple one. Be Christmas colors.
No.
Krucknuck takes the purple one to remind himself.
No.
Very good. Very
I'm
good.
not going to lie, Krucknuck keeps forgetting her name.
Do you take the extra smaller wizard clothes?
Of course I fucking do. For Frizzrog, my new best friend.
You now have 5 new small sets of frog-sized robes.
I gotta say, I feel so bad. He's gonna come back to know Frizzrog.
His greatest friend.
Best friend in the world.
Jump off the tree!
Now I can take off my teapot and dance.
All right. Do you guys want to go see what's in that trapdoor roof now that
I
you have
think
both
Krucknuck
keys?
is staring at the crystal ball and he licks his eye a little as he stares up at it.
Arcana check it. No one did that.
Oh yeah. I just
Do it, Krucknuck.
11
Plus.
minus 1 because it's intelligence.
As you Arcana check it, you see that there's a string dangling from the ceiling holding it up. It's just a big, giant crystal
But it's
ball.
glowing with fairy fire, so like, wow.
Krucknuck goes, "Am I the wisest of all bullywugs?"
Silence greets the room, but to you, you see only your reflection in it.
I look at the reflection and I say, "Once you know yourself, You know all.
And with that, you guys leave the room to go try the trapdoor. You slide both keys in, and it swings open. Let me find my description for it real fast. There it is. The trapdoor in the ceiling opens up to a ladder that leads up for a short while. You clamber up it before it opens up on a wooden platform, smack in the middle of the elder tree's top foliage. Leaves rustle around you, and you shiver. In the slightly chilly wind up there, you're up above the fog bank, and nothing obscures your view of the dungeon roof, now only like 30 feet above your head. The elder tree appears that it could have been even taller, but the constraints of the dungeon cut it off where you're standing. The platform itself has 4 streams flowing from the center of it off into the platform into the fog below. They're arranged in a cross pattern and fed water by a giant floating orb of liquid in the center. It's about 20 feet wide and tall, with a dark object in its center. As you stand there, Noggle jumps up, Orun jumps up, and Wizrog clamber up through some secret holes in the platform. The platform is divided into 4 sections by the streams. You're standing on one, Noggle's on one, Wizrog on some, and another one on the other. They look angry and ready to fight, except for Noggle, who's kind of winking. Before they can even let loose a croak, the platform begins to tremble, and the watery sphere in the middle begins to quake and shudder. The 3 Grungs immediately kneel before the orb as it continues to shake violently, and then it suddenly explodes, showering the platform in a downpour. You look up, dripping wet, to see a giant rainbow-colored frog floating where the orb was. As it opens its great glowing bulbous eyes, the light from them shimmers off the mist that remains of the orb's water, and it casts small rainbows around you.
Hans, I have to pause you for one moment.
What?
Shane, you know that tweet where it's like every once in a while somebody recreates Homestuck?
Yeah.
That's this right now. You just recreated the universe frog.
I was just looking at it, I was like, it's the universe.
I know.
God dang it. Well, with a great croak, the giant amphibian speaks. Cardinals. I have not seen cardinals in a long, long time. It's been so many years I've forgotten what I was meant to do when cardinals came. Was I meant to help them?
Yes.
Hurt them?
No.
Or perhaps...
How many birds? Why is everyone and their mother called us cardinals?
Or perhaps I was meant to enjoy a nice cup of lily tea with them.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know, would you?
I say, I am Crocknack, wisest of all bullywugs. And I say that like in front of Wizrog, I assume.
Wizrog glances up as he prostrates at the great rainbow frog.
The challenge.
I say, I have traveled, and I am Cardinal, and I would like to rock, paper, scissors you.
Well, make a quick charisma check.
Do I have advantage because he has no clue what he's actually supposed to do?
No.
Okay.
But go ahead and try.
Say 16.
A 16?
16 is rock, paper, scissors check.
Well, it seems like an odd thing to do, but I don't remember. Rock, paper, scissors. You got scissors, you got paper. I suppose I win. I don't think I've ever done this before.
Crocknack says, well played.
I have a question. So, you know how I had saved my good mind tea earlier?
No, you drank it all.
No, I saved some.
No, you had
remember?
to drink it all. You gave it to everyone. There was none left.
What? But I didn't drink any. I told you.
But you poured out cups for like all 4 party members that
I
were
think
with
she
you.
had one more cup, though.
I did.
Then what? Then
Yeah.
is your frog just resting in it now?
What? No, I had it in a separate container.
What containers do you
I
have?
have an herbalism kit for tea making.
Okay, all right. You got a small thing of tea then.
I offered to him.
He gladly takes it, floating over to you, and grabs it with his great hands before taking a sip. Good tea, he says. Things do not seem the same in the Moorfield. He hands back your cup before saying,
Thank you.
some things that should not have been forgotten have been lost. I think I was meant to guard something, At one point, cardinals came from far and wide to take it from me. I must have hurt them and drove them away. But I do not think that is the thing to do anymore. I fear for this world. And I think I was meant to guard this. And he opens one of his great froggy hands to show a jade gem shaped like a pyramid.
Whoa.
He gives it to you guys.
Really?
He just gives it to you guys along with a scroll that's sealed and says, "Take these gifts and do your best to save this world."
That's what the scroll says?
No,
No,
that's what the
he
frog
says.
says.
Damn.
And he also says, "Most guardians will not be as forgetful as I. Take care, heroes." And with that, until next time on Rolled Out! Thanks for listening to this episode, everyone. If you liked it, make sure to tune in next week for the next one. Also, if you want to see some fun behind-the-scenes pictures of us playing, character fan art, and even some sneak peeks at next week's session, follow us on Instagram at DND_rolled_out. Additionally, if any of you have suggestions for the campaigns, questions about running your own, or even want to be a guest star, feel free to email us at dndrolledout@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback. Once again, thank you, and be sure to come back next week for more exciting action. This episode was made possible with the help of Woodbury University, Daily Dungeoneer, Kevin McLeod, and our friend Rocky, without all of whom we wouldn't have the equipment, music, or expertise to produce this. So thank you.